Velvet's demon hand. It's such a mysterious weapon. I can only imagine how much of a threat it will become to the Abbey. This calls for a clear-headed breakdown of everything I know about it so far. It changes shape in a flash, and could devour most anything. How must that feel, to devour something with your hand like that? But it doesn't devour the bandages that cover it up. Maybe they're protected with some sort of special art? Likewise, the rest of her outfit can't be ignored. One would think she wouldn't want to wear such ragged clothing, yet she clearly has no inclination of buying something new. I suppose that could be taken to mean she has some sort of attachment to it. But that top is really big for her. Like it was made for a man! Maybe she wears that outfit in memory of someone important to her. I'd better not touch it then. I know I may not look it, but I really am good at sewing. Maybe I should suggest mending her clothes rather than outright replacing them. On the other hand, that fabric looks like it would be hard to push a needle through. I could be in over my head. But the tougher the fight, the more I get fired up! Of course, Lord Artorius would probably scold me if he heard me talking like that.
Who'd scold you for what now?
Oh, well, I was thinking about sewing! I mean, your clothes, they're all beat up, and I thought that if I offered to mend them for you, you'd probably scold me. Wouldn't you?
You'd mend my clothes? Have they been worrying you that much?
I mean, not like constantly or anything. It just crosses my mind from time to time.
Are you good at it?
Yes. I'm told I come across as awkward sometimes, but if nothing else, I'm good with my hands.
I see. All right, if I ever need it done, I'll come to you.
Good, just leave it to me.
Are you feeling all right? You're really sweating. The heat and the cold doesn't bother me at all, but you're a human, so you need to take care of yourself. And if you keep soaking in your own sweat, you'll catch a cold. Besides, I don't imagine it feels that great. You should keep washing and bathing on your own schedule, like however you did before falling in with us. Just let me know and I'll make it work. Because the guys aren't considerate enough to stop and ask you if you need to.
Sure. All right. Thanks. That was a surprisingly normal thing for her to say. I probably shouldn't bother with her clothes for now. We girls have to be considerate of each other.
I gotta say, you guys look less like pirates and more like a circus troupe.
Are you alright with having demons on board, Benwick?
Not remotely an issue. If you're aboard this ship of misfits, you're a pirate. That's just our creed. At least, that's what the captain and the first mate always say.
Speaking of the captain, what's Eifried like?
Let's see. How do I put it? He's like if the sea were a person, and that person had a pointy beard.
Huh. A bearded sea?
Look, everybody on this ship is an outcast from society in some way. Despite that, Captain Eifried accepted us for who we are, and took us all on board.
So he's a kind man.
Well, would you say that the sea is kind? How would it feel to dive in with an open wound?
It would sting. A lot.
Quite so. Some days he's calm and steady, and others he rages. He can be shallow, deep, even a whirlpool.
Sounds like he's a little scary and hard to read.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to serve him, but that air of mystery keeps us around and makes us want to take those jumps. At the end of the day, the dread pirate Van Eifried is one hell of a guy.
He sounds like Velvet in a lot of ways.
Wait, what? How so? I didn't describe him right at all, did I?
Benwick, we're changing course at once for Port Renede.
Sir? What's going on?
3 of our men have collapsed from the Corsair Scourge. They first showed symptoms 3 days ago. How are you holding up?
I'm still doing all right. But if this really started 3 days ago, that means we're all carrying it, doesn't it?
That's what I'm afraid of. But if we head straight to Port Renede, we should be able to get medicine there.
I'll check on everyone's condition.
Make sure everyone stays hydrated, including yourself, understand?
Sir, yes sir. All hands, assume emergency positions.
The crew's holding up well for a bunch of folks at death's door.
What do you mean? Is this Corsair Scourge fatal?
Quite. No one knows what causes it, but it starts with a high fever and ends up with the body falling apart like sand.
Like sand?
Once, there was a great band of pirates who ruled the seas, but the disease spread through their ships and killed every one of them. That's why it's called the Corsair Scourge.
Does that mean we've been infected as well?
You humans, for sure.
Only humans fall prey to the Corsair Scourge.
Then it could have gotten to you too. Right, Moggy Lou?
Oh, right! Alas, that my glorious saga should meet such an ignominious end!
I can't allow our vessel to die from this. If you start to feel ill, speak up.
I will.
All right, we'll all be helping out in the search. Everyone but Eleanor, that is.
Huh?
Oh, why does she get to stay? I might be dying too, you know.
You're a witch. Magic yourself healthy. Now quit whining and get going.
Oh, not even a witch is safe from the ravages of the Reaper's curse!
The Reaper's curse?
Okay, where's the herbalist? If I remember right, the Corsair's Scourge needs a particularly special medicine.
Yeah, it's a wildflower called Salatoma. Its juice can cure the Corsair's Scourge.
Well, doesn't sound too tricky.
Let's not relax until we have it in hand.
Right. Now let's get going.
Hold on a minute. Won't you just be spreading the disease if everyone wanders into town?
Surprisingly, no. For whatever reason, you can only catch it over the ocean waves. It's speculated it might have something to do with the salt in the air, or maybe the microbes in the seawater.
Nobody knows the cause for sure, but there are no recorded cases of people catching it on land.
I see. A strange affliction indeed.
We'll be back soon. You all remain on the ship.
All right. Good luck out there, sir.
We've got to hurry.
Salatoma. Is this really going to be necessary?
What do you mean, Eleanor?
Oh, nothing. It's just, well, the herb is known to work well for fevers and the like, but it tastes bad. So bad. Some say it would even bring a demon to the brink of tears.
Maybe so. But better to drink it than to die, right?
Oh, I'm not worried. It just reminded me of stories from my childhood is all.
That Rokuro, always telling all of us except Eleanor to work harder. Doesn't he realize that I'm a delicate maiden too? This is workplace discrimination. I should put him on a witch trial and burn him at the stake!
I don't think that's how witch trials work.
What's wrong, Eleanor? You look like you've got something on your mind.
I'm just trying to figure out what Rokuro was thinking. When I had Lord Shigure at the end of my spear, Rokuro threw his dagger right at my head. I thought I was dead for sure. I feel like I saw who he truly was, and it frightens me. But he and Lord Shigure are always trying to kill each other. I can't understand why he did what he did.
It might have something to do with his Bushido code.
What's Bushido? Is that like a sword fighter's code?
It's a way of thinking. Be loyal to your lord. Respect your parents. Protect the weak. And act with honor.
You're saying that he was following this Bushido code, and he was protecting me because I was weak?
He might have turned into a demon, but his memories and personality are still intact. I doubt his moral values have disappeared either.
Do you really think he believes in that Bushido stuff? carving through his enemies with a cruel and unsparing sword. Slash! Pow! Shazam! That's the true nature of a Rangetsu man. I heard that when Velvet first met him, he immediately attacked her without any provocation. I'm sure you haven't already forgotten how he turned his swords on the kid in that fight against Kurogane.
I wouldn't read too much into what Magilu's saying. Rokuro lives for his sword, and that's just who he is.
But I don't think he's all that bad.
I thought you were the one who called him frightening.
I know I said he can be a scary person, but how do I put it? I do feel there's more to him than just wanting to cut people up. It's like he's more sensitive to other people's emotions than he might seem to be at first glance. A sword fighter has to sense his opponents on some level, right?
For a crazed demon, he's actually a nice guy. Is that it?
Maybe. I don't know. It's not like I know him well enough to claim any deep personal insight or anything.
You brought it up.
Hello there. How can I help you today?
We're looking for Salatoma flowers.
Well now, that's an order I don't get every day. It's not for the Corsair's Scourge by any chance.
The very same. Some of our crew developed fever 3 days ago. I want to take care of it as quickly as possible.
Understandable, but unfortunately, I'm out of stock right now.
How can you be out of stock? The flower's in season, isn't it?
It is, but not too long ago, a demon appeared in Warg Forest where we harvested. And now the Abbey won't let anyone inside.
They what? Why haven't they exterminated the demon?
From what little I've heard, they've had trouble tracking the thing. 100 people go in, maybe only one will actually come across the beast.
If it's so rare, then what's the danger?
Because nobody who's encountered it has come back alive.
First the Corsair's Scourge, then no medicine, the Abbey, and a mysterious demon. Never a dull moment with the Reaper's Curse, eh?
I could try to order some from other towns, but if you're already on day 3, they might not make it in time.
But if we go to the Warg Forest, the Salatoma will be in bloom, correct?
Right, but the demon...
We're going to the forest.
Hey, Laphicet, what's the Reaper's Curse Magilu was talking about?
Supposedly, Aizen's presence has the power to bring misfortune to the people around him.
Is that some sort of special Malak power or something?
It's worse than mere misfortune. At Vortigern, there was a sudden mass outbreak of Daemonblight, and many of his fellow crew died on his watch.
I find that a little hard to believe, honestly.
The Reaper's Curse is all too real. It was the Reaper's Curse that tore me from you and got me captured by Miss Magilu.
Oh, is that so?
I missed you so much. The hazy, halcyon days when I would blow on your cheeks to make your tears dry up.
Hey, that's not...
It must be destiny that we've been reunited. How I wish I could return to your side once more.
Do what you want. I don't care.
Really?
I won't stop you. Maybe she wants a Malak who freely divulges a young girl's secrets.
I'm fine, thank you very much. I've already got Laphicet to look after as it is.
Aw, no fair! Is he the one who blows on your tears now when you cry?
He most certainly does not. And as of right now, you're a stranger to me. What?
Just so we're clear, Laphicet will do no blowing on any cheeks.
Of course not. I mean, not that it ever happened in the first place anyway. Just forget it.
Yet another victim of the Reaper's Curse!
Eleanor, are you feeling all right?
Yes, for now at least.
I'm glad for that. But please remember, the Reaper's Curse is no joke.
Is Aizen's curse even real? I'm having trouble believing in it.
You never know. Talk like that might give you a stomachache, or a blister, or a bug might fly into your mouth.
A bug?
Miss Magilu, please stop making up things just to scare Madame Eleanor. Like when you said that 4 Navy warships tried to detain the Von Eltia and disappeared without a trace. Or that Aizen made a stopover on an island and the men there caught Daemonblight. Or that a man bumped into his shoulder and started laughing and died from suffocation.
please stop. That's even more frightening.
That's a pack of lies. It was 7 warships. Everyone on the island, not just men, caught Daemonblight. And the guy who bumped into me died from hiccups.
Hold me.
But as far as the Corsair's Scourge goes, you don't need to worry. Just drink the Salatoma juice and you'll be fine.
Assuming they're in bloom.
Yeah, there is that.
I have a bad feeling about this. This is a dual-layered barrier. It's the Abbey's new invention.
So it's 2 barriers working in tandem then.
That sure sounds like a hell of a lot of trouble just to stop people from coming in.
It really does.
Tails again, huh? That Reaper's curse of yours is consistent, if nothing else.
The curse even affects coin flips?
Seems that way.
A Malak's powers affect physical objects and can, at times, even synchronize with their wavelengths.
And in your case, it's that coin?
Yeah. That's why it always comes up tails.
You must forgive my skepticism.
Whether you choose to believe it or not is really up to you.
It might be worth noting that coin is also Eisen's vessel.
So is that wavelength business the reason why Laphicet always has that compass around him?
That's part of it, but in another sense, it's a kind of proof of his manhood.
Proof of his... manhood?
Must polish you so you don't rust.
That doesn't make any sense.
For a praetor, you really don't know that much about the world, do you?
The Reaper's curse. The Abbey needs to know about this. I'll have to investigate further. A coin that always comes up tails. Can a Malak's influence extend so far?
I see you're a woman of deep skepticism.
I know it's hard to believe, but Eisen's coin really does only come up tails.
Wait a minute. Are you using some sort of trick on it, Magilu?
Oh, your gaze falls on me then?
Well, I am a woman of deep skepticism.
And one who holds grudges too, apparently. But no, I don't have anything to do with it. In fact, I tried a little spell to make it come up heads, and it wouldn't take hold.
The coin's not gimmicked. There's no trick. See for yourself if you like.
This is... the Demon Lord Daos.
Good eye. It's from Carl...
It's from Carlin! I've never seen an authentic specimen! It's incredibly ancient, and yet it looks freshly minted.
There's a reason for that. Gold is normally soft, but they found a way to hard...
I know! They cover the surface of a softer metal with a heat-reactive shape memory alloy! That's what makes it hard to scratch.
Right.
It's a technique no one alive can duplicate, and it makes any trickery impossible. I might just have to believe in this curse of yours after all.
I thought you said they had made the surface itself harder, not covered it with something else.
I think you're mistaken.
No, I swear you said...
Let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
Shape memory alloy. That's how they did it.
So what does this Salatoma flower look like exactly?
In a word, ugly. The flower itself is purple with leaves and stem of maroon.
An ugly flower. All right, I'll keep an eye out.
By the way, do you know what Salatoma means in the language of flowers?
Was it deceitful coexistence?
What's with that? Even its symbolism is awful.
Deceitful coexistence.
The perfect flower for us.
What's wrong, Laphicet?
Magilu is right, isn't she?
Could be. Eleanor is from the Abbey. I'm not sure that someone like that would ever genuinely want to make friends with us.
That's what I thought.
But it's not all quarrels between us. There's commonalities, I guess you could call it. We share common ground.
Deceitful coexistence doesn't trouble me at all. I'll always be here for you, Madam Eleanor. You and I shared an eternal vow that binds us together.
All I did was make a pact to tether you. I'd appreciate it if you didn't talk about it in a way that could create the wrong impression.
Madam Eleanor, you're so cold.
Try your eyes, Bienfu. You still have me, don't you?
Oh, Miss Magilu, you're the only one for me, honest.
Good, good. Now think hard on my kindness and do as you're told.
Yes, ma'am. I'll just have to hang in there until I find a new love.
Laphicet, think about deceitful coexistence this way.
Demon, exorcist, Malak, pirate, witch. We're never going to be a single cohesive unit. But each of us understands where the others are coming from in a way that's very real.
So it's not really a deception.
Yeah, not really. I think selfish coexistence might make the better fit.
Maybe so.
You there! What do you think you're doing here?
We could ask the same of you.
Is something going on back there? They didn't look like they were demon hunting.
Ah! Are you making that move? No, it just did it by itself. He's in sync with his compass, just like Eisen and his coin.
Eisen, you're an Earth Malak, right? Do you sense anything around here?
No, I don't. It seems Laphicet's senses are sharper than mine.
It stopped, but something still feels wrong.
Like what?
It kind of feels like when we got sealed inside that Earth Pulse.
So a force similar to Inominat's power? I'm starting to think this may be no ordinary demon we're dealing with here.
Look! Purple flowers!
Yep, Salatoma.
Is the demon the real reason the Abbey's closed off the forest?
Worry about it later. It's flower picking time.
Agreed.
What do you think, kiddo? I told you these things were hard on the eyes. I mean, who puts those colors together?
Yeah, they're really nasty looking. But if they help the others, that's good enough for me.
Laphicet!
This must be the demon we were warned about.
Are you alright?
I'm okay. So much for this demon being hard to find. Is this the Reaper's curse yet again?
We're just getting started.
Another barrier!
That barrier. Even my praetor hearts can't break that. What's going on here? Why go to such lengths to keep this demon alive?
Either way, I don't think we're hauling home any flowers unless we beat up Mr. Bugglesworth here.
Right! Everyone, let's do this!
Phew! Insect collecting is a sweatier hobby than I thought.
Look! Can we keep him?
No, hand it over. I'll dispose of it.
Aww.
The Abbey had some reason for protecting it. Maybe we should keep it alive for observation.
You want it, you feed it.
I will! I'll take care of him.
Anyway, now that we've got these flowers, Eleanor and my crew ought to be out of danger.
Hey! Forgetting somebody?
It looks like we've closed the door on this little episode. That insect demon was a bit of a surprise, but I still think this curse business is overblown.
I can count on one hand how many have survived more than 3 years at my side. If you're not careful, you might wind up as corpse number 50.
50?
That's how many comrades I've lost.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just saying, don't let your guard down.
Right.
Now that we've got what we need, we should get back to the ship.